Hey Lauren, what's your New Year's resolution, or do you have any?
I want to try to eat healthier and spend more time with my friends and family.
Oh, that's definitely a good one. I'm going to write more. I've always enjoyed putting pen to paper. I just don't do enough of it.
Well, now that you guys know our New Year's resolution, let's take a look at what you guys have planned for 2010.
2010 is fast approaching, and here on campus I've interviewed streeters to ask them what their New Year's resolutions are. For TV Western, I'm Vicky Sakuris. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yes.
And what is it?
I want to do at least an hour of work for each class so I don't get as behind and have to cram everything right before exams.
And do you always set a New Year's resolution?
Yes.
Why do you think it's important to set one?
Because then you can be more organized with your time and get more accomplished.
And you said this is your first year at Western, right?
Yes.
What have you learned during your first semester that you think you'll take that wisdom into your next semester?
Organize your time well so you can get more done and don't procrastinate.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I don't. January doesn't feel like the new year for me. September feels more like a new year because it's the start of the school year, so I don't usually make New Year's resolutions in January.
Do you, or have you in the past, set a New Year's resolution?
Sometimes. In the past I've done, the usual, I will, be more active, or I will be better at budgeting kind of resolutions.
Do you think it's important to set a resolution or goals throughout the year?
I think it's important to set goals, whether you do them, for students, if they do them at the beginning of September, that's a good time to set the, this year I will be more studious, or I will stay on top of my classes goals, rather than January where it's almost, you're halfway through the school year, it's too late. So I think that it's important to look at the reality of your year and where it actually starts, and set goals based on when it actually begins.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
I don't have a New Year's resolution. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I think that you don't need a specific time of the year to try to change yourself. You should try to improve all the time.
Have you ever made a New Year's resolution?
Yeah, but they never stick.
Do you think that making a resolution, perhaps not on New Year's, but any other time during the year, is important for someone?
Yeah, because you should always be trying to make personal resolutions so you can be a better person and improve yourself.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Vicky, it is really early to be thinking about New Year's resolutions. Yeah, I guess I do. I want to do some things like budgeting software, and for my personal finances, I'm going to get some renovations done around my house. Lose some weight, of course, is always a good one, and take a trip, a life-changing trip. Is that good?
Took one of mine.
No. Budgeting, financing?
Yeah, mine is.
Because I got the idea from her, so yeah.
One of my New Year's resolutions is to get a finance package for home and manage my finances, get a better control of my finances. And I have started recently doing physical activities, and I want to pursue that a lot more than I have in the past. So those are my two resolutions.
Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yes, I do. Just to kind of get more fit and more organized with things.
And do you always set a New Year's resolution?
I do. It's always a fun conversation maker at all the New Year's Eve parties and things like that.
Do you think it's important to set a resolution?
I do. It's something to do kind of, during the winter. I think that's why it's a New Year's resolution and not an all-year resolution, because it's just, a goal or something to achieve while you're cooped up indoors in the winter season.
Do either of you have a New Year's resolution?
Yes, I do. I plan on not procrastinating in the new year, managing my time much better than I have. I sort of have the same one. I have 5 essays to do, so definitely gonna start some of them on the Christmas break, and gonna not try and be as stressed as I was for the past month and a half of writing essays nonstop. Yeah, is that good?
Do you usually set New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, it's sort of a cultural thing to do. I think everyone kind of does, whether it's whimsically or if you actually go through with it. But I think it's funny how, at the beginning of the new year, you see everyone at the gym, and then it slowly dies down. So, I don't know, I think people do, and then sort of just forget about it. But I do set them. Yeah, I think it's always something in the back of my mind. Whether or not I actually follow through with the plan that I made is questionable, but it's always something I do consider.